I tell you a story, you guys gonna like it. We had a whole whole team flying. Usually, in Russia, it's like those small junior teams. They under the big KHL clubs. So I've been growing up playing for CSK Moscow, which is Red Army team with nose, and so the big club pays for everything. So they usually ask like 3-4 parents who's flying with the kids to help like the coach and the kids and everything. So my dad flew, then there's assistant coach, and there's a couple, one of the players' mom and then another dad. Well, so the Russian parents, they're old school. So usually you go duty free, and then they buy like a couple bottles of whiskey to go, right? And then they open them in the plane. But like you cannot do it because they usually lock this bag, right? So my dad opened the whiskey. They've been drinking whiskey like whole 10-hour flight from like wherever, London to Montreal. And apparently our bags didn't get loaded in Heathrow in London. So when we landed, there was no bags. So and then as soon as we land, the police, like military Canadian people walking in the airplane. We're like, what's going on here? So they literally putting my dad in the handcuffs.
Come on.
One of our coach in the handcuffs, and then another mom. So basically, the charges were my dad because he was drinking whiskey. He was supposed to drink. The assistant coach, he was harassing one of the flight attendants.
Oh,
because he was rubbing her ass or something. That's what they said. And then the mom, because the seat was broken when she tried to like go back, the seat dropped on the guy right behind him. And then he starts screaming or something. So like they literally put him in the jail in the airport. And then my dad was there for like 2 days.
He was there for that long?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
While we drove like to Quebec City from Montreal, so then they let him go, put him in like a blacklist and everything. And then the bags didn't come, so it was only like 10 bags come. So first game we played with 10 players.
Oh,
way.
Yeah,
your dad's like the Russian version of Wolf of Wall Street when he's flying over to Switzerland and wakes up and he's like taped to the seat.
on those pills? Yeah, no. My
That's
dad is
lasagna.
more whiskey.
Oh shit.
I'm from Moscow, so my dad is more like, it's different people, compared to outside of the older Russia, that.
What's Moscow like? People like all the guys who go. Yeah, I heard it's absolutely insane. It's like Vegas, LA, New York City had a baby,
Miami.
Like took a bunch of ecstasy and testosterone or whatever fucking HGH you need to get going.
Actually, before you answer, Z, is it not when you hear people complain about traffic over here? Is that not the worst traffic on the planet?
Oh, what do you mean? Like it would take me. I remember my parents after practice. It would take me 3 hours to get back home. It's 15 kilometers.
Dude, that's a fact. It took me hours to go like a mile sometimes.
It's a 30 million people living there. And all the roads, it's not like in the US, they're building blocks, which is easy to split the traffic. Everything goes in the middle in Moscow. It's like stupid, literally stupid. Like, so
it looks cool. It looks cool when you're flying in.
And the problem is like every person has 2 cars. So like the Moscow mentality, it's like, that's why nobody in Russia likes people from Moscow. And now nobody likes people from Russia. So it's both.